Let's have a look around, shall we? Good luck trying to spin this one. Sorry. Goes on and on forever. You know, I just met a doctor here. He's on unofficial leave from Pokrov's direction. And I know him through Repower. See, if you have a good commander and things calm down, they start like sneaking people home for a couple days here and there. And you get 10 days leave a year. So your option is you come home if you're from Kyiv or whatever, or your wife comes to Dnipro or even Pavlograd and you just get a hotel room and shag like mad for 2 days and you go back, you know? And we have to take care of that ourselves. People are sick and tired of the lies. People are tired and sick and tired in the army, you know, above all. You know, like these guys here, they didn't die for Klitschko to be filling his pockets, for Zelensky to be covering the ass of all his friends, you know, for a bit of bakshish. It's what if I told you that every soldier, and even people here in Kyiv, the conscientious people, when ballistic missiles fly in Shaheeds, they don't want them to hit anywhere, but if it has to hit anywhere, let Kharkiv have a quiet night, let Zaporizhzhia have a quiet night, let Kyiv have it. This is what people think, and in principle I agree. I don't want them to land anywhere, but if they have to land, they should land here. They should land here, okay? Where power is. That's the way people think. The people that I would think that you support, the people who are giving it all, the people who gave it all. There's this virtue signal, you know, that Ukraine is so good. I believed it. I believed it when I came here, you know. The butter didn't melt in his mouth when he said on the third day that foreigners could come and the Legion, and everything became what it became, and I don't know anybody in the Legion anymore, or anybody who would want to ever go back to the Legion. They found a way in a Ukrainian unit, or they went home, or they're here. Yeah, there's people in this country who'd sell their own mother if they could get ahead. Same as anywhere. But the people that you support, I think you support, like, who would literally do this for nothing, like just for a chance of something better, they're an absolute minority. They're an absolute minority what you're supporting. That's why I always say here, we're just buying lives. You know, I'm just playing out my Schindler fantasy through you guys. But it's do you know how many times, like me or someone like Tilda, like or like how many, do you know how messy it is for me to take your money to buy stuff and get this to these guys? Do you know how the Polish screw us now? Do you know why we don't go to that? Like, someone writes in the comments, like Allison, oh, Brandon, it'd be so easy for you to get a car. Just call up those guys. No, well, an L200 isn't $25,000. It's not. A 10-15-year-old L200 is not. It's like 6,000 at the most. Do you know what I mean? 7,000. Then you transport, you know, like, it's just, no, we're not doing that. And they only give them officially to the unit. They have a list of 40 units. I didn't know one, but I picked 37. Oh, and then we got Black Joseph. But he doesn't have the car anymore because the commander took it on him. So then I fundraised one with Harley to get a Hilux for a hell of a lot cheaper. And the Hilux is still working good. And they don't want it painted, and they don't want any of that god-awful profanities on there. That's what my friends in Gour told me. Take the cringe mobile and get it painted. You know, God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But, you know, like, if I went up, like, to the Ministry of Internal Affairs there now, I would see 3 of those cars parked with Orcs Must Die, and they'd be painted grey. And I don't think that's where you had them intended to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some dirty, rotten fuckers here, you know? That's why we don't give things officially. Well, at least me anyway. Tilda does some to the good units, because it's just easier to import that way. It's just sign it to the brigade, show it the paper, gone. The way we do it, like, to get that Land Cruiser, Leola owns that. Do you think I'm going to give anything officially to Marines? No. So let's just tell the truth now. Let's just tell the truth. Bella Bay I would, because he actually has a command position now and he can sign. But what if he's not commander anymore? Sorry, Bella Bay, Sasha. But like, do you know, like, half my stomach problems are from the stuff on the back end? You know, I knew a company commander that the battalion commander didn't know one of his soldiers in 28th Brigade, and he said, it's time to give out medals. It's been 18 months. All right, you can give out 10 medals to your guys. So he wrote the awards, and the commander's like, no, that's way too high. And give yourself one. And he wrote one, no, you don't deserve that. And it's like, you can have Defender Ukraine. That's like the lowest medal. And he's like, oh my God. Like Petron, a little dog, gets Hero of Ukraine. It's like, he never took ground. He never took ground. The only positions they took in 22-23 were as if it was favorable looking east, just for their own life's sake. It was calculation. It was not to feed into the combrig, the brigade commander's desires. When I give them thermal scopes and stuff, they didn't want too many, and they wanted it all unofficial because he just wanted to keep his men alive. And why not? A battalion commander who never met his men. But when the medals came out, the commanders gave them things, and the actions sound like they killed 10 Peters themselves. You know what I mean? Like barehanded. So, yeah. Why did they create new brigades all the time? Oh, you've heard about that. Sure you have. Create new commanders, not fill in experienced brigades. Create new brigades so you can put your friends in jobs, so they can get high ranks and high pay and positions. It's got to end. Okay, it's got to end. This bill about SEPO, NEPO, it's not just that. It's just the straw that breaks the camel's back, and people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I focus on the 10%. I focus on people like these guys, so we don't have more of them. That's the sole objective of what I do and have this YouTube channel. Okay, and I don't worry about the other stuff, and that's enough motivation for me, and I hope it is for you. Like, I really try to tell the story of Max and how he went home and he's got his arms and legs and got half his head, you know. Deem is the only man left in that rota, those god-awful command, you know. You know, I had to lie to a kid the other day about his father. His father's in hospital for a very silly reason, and he doesn't have his phone, and the family knows me from Facebook, and then the oldest son's in the academy, the youngest one, well, he's obviously not old enough, like 14 or something, keeps writing to me, and I could use Google Translate because they're from Odessa, it's all Russian, I don't understand it, you know, and I got to make up a nice lie to tell him why his father's in hospital, you know, but mentally he's gone. And his father killed plenty of Russians, you know what I mean? The Russians ain't his stress. That's a non-variable. That's solid. But yeah, people gotta stop lying. People gotta stop lying. Gotta tell the truth about what it's like. In Konstantinivka, there's PKM going off now. Fair enough, it's shooting out, but that's not the point. That was not part of the script. You know, that's not on deep space. It's deep space. It's not on the general staff report. You know, people are getting tired of having to say the condition is very difficult in the direction, but under control. And it's just this lie. And I think Kyiv's got to be honest. Got to be really, really honest. And we don't have a choice. We do not have a choice. Russia will keep pushing this peace fancy narrative that I think they believe, like the war will end in Kyiv, and Europe keeps pushing this thing, and Trump with his 50 days, like every time that guy's mouth opens, like 10,000 people die. Like, oh my God. Yeah. So let's just be honest. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. But I put my money where my mouth is. I signed. So I'm a man on borrowed time now. Yeah. I can't. Where are we gonna go?